Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Magazines Canada webinar, What Magazine Media Can Do for You, a review of 4 case studies. If you have questions along the way with our case studies, just send them as they occur, and at the very end of our presentations, we will get to them. And just an apology, Linda Gourlay from Saltscapes, who was to join us on the panel, unfortunately can't because they have been walloped out there with a heck of a snowstorm, as you probably heard, but we do have 4 case studies nonetheless. So I'm just going to get right along with it and introduce first me. My name is Jackie Grbavac. I'm just trying to get this slide here. It's not working for me. I'm currently a content creator, as we are called now, but I was editor-in-chief of Professionally Speaking, and before that I was deputy editor for a long time at today's parent magazine, and I'm pleased to be here today as your moderator. I'm going to introduce our first presenter as soon as I can get that slide going. No, which one is it? Sorry, people. There. All right. Karen Hounjet. J. Yes. As Vice President of Sales, Karen works with Canada-wide's team of sales professionals to find new and exciting ways to connect businesses with their target audience. Karen came to Canada-wide from Red Point Media Group in Calgary, where she managed both the advertising and marketing teams. Prior to that, Karen was with CTV Calgary, managing multi-million-dollar marketing budgets for both regional and national key accounts. Other experience includes sales, management, and training for traditional and new media across several industries, from investor relations to lifestyle businesses. And without further ado, Karen, please go ahead with your case study.
Hi, thank you so much, Jackie. Thanks for the introduction, and thanks for allowing me to present a couple of examples that we've done here at Canada-wide. Shall I just go ahead and start with the slide? Yeah.
Yes, please, do go ahead.
Okay. So we've got a couple of examples to present that the first example is with BC Business Magazine, and the second will be with our newest publication, BC Living. So this first one I've actually presented before, and I know there will be some of you across the Magazines Canada network that have seen this, but I do have some updates to this story, and it's a good success story, so I thought it was worth presenting again and giving a couple of the new insights. And for those of you that haven't heard it before, it's a really good example of a multi-platform, very integrated campaign that sort of began with just exploring a client's needs. So with this example, we worked with an automotive company here called Delari. The Delari group of companies is sort of a group of high-end cars. They've got the luxury automotive cars here in Vancouver as well as, I think, across Canada. I think they've got dealerships all across Canada. So Delari had been an advertiser with us for some time. They had run some beautiful ads in BC Business Magazine, but they sort of wanted to do a little bit more, and we were struggling with declining revenue on what they had traditionally done. We were seeing them buy fewer pages, and we reached out to them to try to explore why that was and what else can we do. And we learned from them that they wanted to do more than just their print image ad. And we tried to figure out a way that how they viewed it. They wanted to bring those cars to life. They wanted to see those cars more in the community, and how do we do that with just a print image ad? And that was our challenge with print. So we talked to them and brainstormed and came back with our editorial team and brainstormed. And basically, our editorial team, knowing the audience that we have with BC Business, they said, you know what, our readers respond really favorably to business insights that we get from business leaders. And of course, at the time, our editor-in-chief, Tom, was all about doing fun things in video and said, what about the Jerry Seinfeld episodes that are comedians in cars? What if we did CEOs in cars? So all of a sudden that started the brainstorm and sparked the ideas. the cool thing about it was our goal was to make sure that whatever it was that we were doing for Delari hit the mark first with the readers. And that was really important. So I think, you know, as a little takeaway from this, if you work with your editors, make sure that the editors are involved from step one and are all about creating something that the readers are going to love. And of course, business readers want to get business insights from those C-suite executives. What better way to do that than have those executives drive around in high-end cars? So that's what we developed. We did a series of videos. The video series is now on bcbusiness.ca. They are also a feature story within the website. They operate as a standalone video within the website, and they're linked by keywords throughout the website as related content. We also did, we enhanced the campaign with big box ads that run throughout the website and drive the any click-throughs directly to the Delari website. And Delari placed the CEOs in cars on their own YouTube site as well. Of course, we kept them in print. That was our goal all along too. So we definitely kept their full page ads, and we upped the buy a little bit by encouraging those full page ads to live as well in the iPad. And so in doing that, we were able to bring the iPad into it and allow the video series to live right as a click from the iPad. We then took it a step further just to make sure the promotion of the video and the series and the Delari name was ongoing. We used our newsletter, BC Business Daily Newsletter, and made sure that we had both big box ads in the newsletter, and I think you can see as well there's a lead article. So every once in a while, once a month, we put a lead article. It clearly says that it's a promoted content, brought to you by Delari. But it starts off, and we get a lot of click-throughs. A lot of drive happens directly from the BC Business Daily Newsletter. Excuse me. We do some additional promotion to help drive the video views and to make sure that the campaign's a success. We use, as I mentioned, the lead article on the website once in a while, in the newsletter. We do some social media plugs. We make sure that we let people know about each time the video series is launched with a new destination or a new CEO. And of course, we have the print ad in the magazine. And then we do a little bit of an editorial push where in our print publication, we talk about what's on bcbusiness.ca and make sure that we push the new videos. So this is some of the new information that's come out versus when I may have presented this last time. With this particular example, we've had tremendous results, and mostly, you know, the results are in eyeballs and numbers and response. We now have a total of almost 2,000 page views, and we have an average time on page of 2 minutes and 52 seconds, which is an amazing time on the page. And that none of these numbers include the visitors that are direct to the Delari YouTube video as well. We've had 66,000 impressions and 77 clicks through the web ads that are supporting this video and these pages. And our e-news, we've had 180,000 impressions to date, and an average click-through rate of 0.12%. So just a little higher than the average click-through rate industry-wide. But the best part of all, so those are really good numbers. We're happy with that, and the client's happy. Best of all is the residual effect of this campaign is phenomenal. So we have a happy client, the Delari Group. We've got, you know, exposure of their cars out on the roads and online and through BC Business. But we now are actually getting CEOs that are coming forward and calling us, or at least in the wings, ready to do the next round of videos, which is phenomenal. It allows us to extend this campaign, and like I say, we now have, we've gone from 1 month in the first month last fall, and it's now 6 months later. we've now extended it for another year. So this is virtually an 18-month campaign. We've got CEOs excited to ride in these cars and give their insights. And we're thrilled that the campaign can be considered a success both by numbers and by response. So if you want to play the video, go ahead and just show maybe the first little bit and everybody can have an idea of how that looks.
Welcome to CEOs in Cars, a BC business video series sponsored by the Delari group of companies in which we drive around in high-performance cars with British Columbia's equally high-performing CEOs. My name is Tom Grbavac, editor-in-chief of BC Business Magazine, and today I'm excited to spend the afternoon driving around Vancouver with Frank Palmer, chairman and CEO of DDB Canada, the country's most awarded advertising agency. Frank is a real car guy and jumped at the chance to get behind the wheel of the 2014 Porsche Cayman S, a 3.4-liter, 6-cylinder, 325-horsepower rocket completely redesigned this year. Frank?
So the second case study that we did, or that we just thought we'd show you, isn't complete yet, but it's a fun one and worthy of sharing. Just because I think it gives real credence to the power of print for all of us. So BC Living magazine is one of our newest on the shelves, and it's a city lifestyle magazine here in Vancouver. And we had been working with BC Hydro for a long time. BC Hydro, as a client of Canada-wide, traditionally used custom inserts, and they like to place their inserts and variations of their inserts or mini magazines into different publications and distribute throughout the province. Their goal in general is to reach residents and to talk to them about being power smart. So in this case, we had a little bit of a challenge with them. You know, they do different types of advertising as well as inserts. You know, they do other media advertising. And so we actually had an opportunity to chat with them a little bit about finding a more cost-effective way to get BC Power users to save power and still do that through great, engaging, usable content. So Tara, who's our Rockstar rep here on the BC Hydro account, she basically chatted with them about the BC Living magazine, introduced this great new magazine, said, we reach women right in your target audience, and these people are passionate about their homes and lifestyle, and this is a lifestyle magazine. So what if we were to create content and chat with this audience and make something that's relevant for this audience and unique to BC Hydro? So that's where the brainstorming began. We ended up having a conversation about involving Jillian Harris in a special feature that we created with BC Hydro. So Jillian Harris, as some of you may know, she's a local celebrity here, but also an international one. She's been on The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, and now she's the host of Love It or List It in Vancouver. And in talking with her, she's a designer, and so we chatted about lighting and power saving and what can we do with BC Hydro. So first and foremost, with our editorial team, the goal was, again, to do something that was useful and focus on utility for this audience and make sure that we use Jillian's design skills in talking to the audience in a really relevant way about energy efficient lighting. This couldn't be a pure sell. This had to be something useful. So our goal was to tell our readers how to be power smart at the same time as engaging them with that design conversation. We put together a package that used print, digital, and iPad components of BC Living and really focused on decorating tips and ideas on energy efficiency and stylish lighting and that kind of thing. So the result is, and actually this is, I had to grab this from our production team, the magazine itself comes out in a week. So we don't even have this out in market yet, but it's a fun one. We ended up with a double-page spread in our spring issue, and it's all about design ideas, about lighting, and Jillian Harris, of course, is the attraction and the draw. People are going to read it, and she's giving tips and insights specifically on lighting with a focus on energy efficiency. So it's a beautiful double-page spread, as you can see. And then we've taken that a step further, and again, I have to apologize because it's not even in market yet, but the double-page spread will live on the iPad edition, and completely duplicated, but we'll have some pop-outs, enhancements, and we're still talking to them about what those enhancements look like. So our conversation with them is about having those pop-outs be design uses and examples. We could even do a 360 rotation on some of the products. We can have Jillian Harris speaking or drawing people into the different design ideas in lighting in the kitchen or in select rooms. So potential videos, potential to have where to buy these products and so on, or how to be Power Smart, all with directions right through to BC Hydro's own Power Smart program. And again, additional promotion that takes that a step further is just allowing this type of thing to live online through the bcliving.ca website. We can have a custom article that profiles BC Hydro. We can have Jillian Harris, whether it's video or just an article or more design tips. And everything that we do, of course, gets labeled properly, so it's promoted content, and readers still appreciate that if the content's valuable, and so useful is our goal. And we can expand this campaign now at any time by adding more visuals or adding integrated pieces, whether it's additional video down the road or adding a slideshow or whatever, always linking back to BC Hydro's goal of their Power Smart website. E-newsletter was just another enhancement into the package, making sure that we had the big box ads and any other things that we could do to promote it and make sure that eyeballs land online and in the print. And the results on this one are still pending, but I do have to say that we're happy with how it's looking. We can't wait to get it out on the street, and we know that BC Hydro is happy with what we've recommended so far, and we're still working on all of the embellishments to come.
Well, great. Thank you, Karen. I'm sure that they've actually probably provoked a lot of thinking and questions among the participants. I just want to remind people that they can type their questions and send them on at any time, and we will get to them at the end of this webinar. Next, I'd like to introduce Genevieve Gately. Genevieve is the Creative Marketing and Events Manager at St. Joseph Media here in Toronto. Genevieve has worked at St. Joseph Media for almost 10 years, executing turnkey campaigns for multiple retail, national, and global brands. She is responsible for all the creative marketing initiatives for fashion, Canadian Family, Wedding Bells, Mariage Québec, and custom publishing. So Genevieve, take it away.
Thanks, Jackie. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining today's webinar. Today I'm going to walk you through Canadian Family's Fall Fair and Toy Testing Day. This is an ongoing annual event that we've created for our readers and advertisers. Today I'm going to walk you through the details along with the evolution of the event itself. So to begin, we chat about how it all started. 2011 marked Canadian Family Magazine's 15th anniversary. Wanting to celebrate this important milestone with our readers and create unique advertising opportunities for our partners, we decided to host a birthday party in Toronto. So you can see here, this image is a little bit of a snippet from the creative that we use for all the birthday event promotional materials. On September 15th at the Evergreen Brickworks, our one-of-a-kind birthday bash hosted approximately 1,500 of our loyal fans where they enjoyed a day packed with interactive activity stations for kids of all ages. We had live entertainment, barbecue lunch. We worked with a number of our advertising partners. The event stations were developed to meet the client's objectives and tie into the overall birthday theme. Activities included everything from scavenger hunts and coloring contests to face painting and playstations for all ages and stages. So the images here are quite small, but you can see a few of the activities that we made available for families. We had a sponsored photo booth, face painting, we had a Sony 3D video station, a reading nook, live performance from My Little Pony you can see there too. So after the original birthday event, we gauged the reaction. Our readers were thrilled to be a part of the experience and they wanted more. Event sponsors saw tremendous value in this 360 campaign and it allowed them to promote their brand in a fun and interactive way and directly connect with families. So we identified a need in the market for more turnkey and interactive events geared towards Canadian families. So moving forward, we used the successful birthday event format and decided to create an annual fall fair. We decided to also layer in the annual editorial initiative, Toy Testing Day. The Toy Testing Day is an exclusive initiative where our editors gather the latest and greatest toys for kids to play with and test. By monitoring which toys the kids love the best, they're able to use this feedback to determine the annual toy guide, which is featured in the November issue of Canadian Family. So to the right here, I've highlighted a few pages from last year's toy guide. You can see here that the toy guide is always broken down to list the top toys per age group. So moving forward, 2014 marks the third annual Canadian Family Fall Fair and Toy Testing Day at the Evergreen Brickworks. Each year, the venue is transformed into an exciting space where guests can enjoy a variety of activities suitable for a range of age groups. The day is filled with activities and live entertainment. We have everything from Kidamo, who's a live entertainment partner and extended arm of Treehouse, who performs live on stage with their featured tour. So My Little Pony is the tour that we've used in the last couple of years. We've also used companies like Center of Gravity. So they not only provide incredibly talented artists throughout the event that entertain all the guests. Last year, they created their own sort of circus station, so guests could learn how to do their own tricks. Each year, Canadian Family develops custom sponsorship opportunities for advertisers that are turnkey, and they allow readers to interact with their brand in a memorable way. We've developed a unique integrated campaign template that promotes our sponsors' brands online, in-book, through social media, and in person. So to promote the event across all channels, we created the following components. For pre-event, we had an e-blast geo-targeted to all of our readers, full-page in-book call to action. We had ROS media on CanadianFamily.ca and our sister sites, so Fashion, Toronto Life, Wedding Bells. We had listings in all of our newsletters, social media plugs on our Twitter and Facebook pages, and we also worked with our PR and communications team to reach out to our loyal media partners. Post-event materials included a thank you e-blast to all attendees, GPS post-event advertorial, you can see it here on the slide, a post-event video, and online photo gallery. And then, of course, to promote all the online coverage, we had a number of ROS media throughout the site. So to sum up our results, this has become an eagerly anticipated annual event from our readers and advertisers. We've had amazing response from our readers. In the past 2 years, we've maxed out on RSVPs. Our sponsors have been thrilled with the event and interaction with readers and continue to support us this year. And this event proves to be an additional revenue stream and a unique branding opportunity for Canadian Family. So I was going to show you guys the video to highlight last year's event. Are we able to play that at all? Or?
Yes, we can.
Perfect.
Hi, I'm Brandy Weikley, Editor-in-Chief of Canadian Family Magazine. We're here at Evergreen Brickworks for the second annual Canadian Family Fall Fair and Toy Testing Day. We've got something here for the whole family. Let's take a look.
A big, huge toy for this year is the Hug Me Elmo. It's really, really sweet. Everybody loves him. We've also got the For Real Friends cat. She'll walk, rear up, and paw in the air. Very cute. The Lala Lucy dolls, of course, are always a big hit with the girls, too. They're really fun. Lots of bright colors. Another big thing is the Leap Pad Ultra. Kids love it. It's a really fun, durable tablet for kids. Also cool from Play School is this camera. Kids can toss it around. It's not going to break. It's a really great option.
So just a few learnings. As you guys can probably get a flavor for, this event is it's a lot of work, a lot of hands on deck, and so there are a lot of learnings, but a few ones that I thought I would share. So the first one being, no matter how organized we've been with the barbecue portion of the event, free food proves to be a logistical nightmare. So actually with this event moving forward into September of this year, we're probably not going to be offering as much free food. The next thing was advice to just secure a lot of volunteers. So the more hands on deck for these types of events, the better. With so many activities and a high attendance level, a large number of volunteers definitely helps to make the event run smoothly. And lastly, prepare cleanup strategy well in advance and clean throughout the event to save time at the end of the day.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Genevieve. I'm going to move on now to Danijela Grbavac. Danijela is Account Manager, Integrated Sales with Rogers Marketing Solutions. With more than 10 years of experience in the media industry, Danijela brings a wealth of knowledge in developing and managing integrated turnkey solutions for advertisers. Having spent half of her career agency side with PhD Canada, Danijela is currently in the Rogers Marketing Solutions team developing industry-leading multimedia programs. And I'm going to turn it over to Danijela and keep our fingers crossed that we can get our visuals working again.
Thank you, Jackie. We're actually just going to make a switch over. Okay, so we'll get started. First off, just wanted to say thank you to Magazines Canada, to Jackie and Gary for having me here today. Really excited to take you through a case study that we feel at Rogers really truly embodies what a successful integrated campaign is, that will showcase sort of the best of what a brand has to offer. In particular, we're freezing here on this one now, of course. Maybe I'll do a switch over again. Or are we good here? Just do that? Sure. Perfect. Basically, what a truly successful integrated campaign will showcase is the breadth of what a brand has to offer, which is content, authority, and inspiration. So, building a campaign that really speaks to an audience in a language that they understand is important, in particular when it comes to content, is also having that content accessible to them wherever and whenever they want it. We are in a world right now where everybody wants to consume it on their own time. And also what's really important is giving people inspiration. So the case study I'm going to take you through right now is with Jeep, and the program is called 10 Places You've Got to See. This program is actually in market right now, so I encourage you to, we'll give you the link and encourage you to go and check out the program right now. The challenge here is, when it does come to automotive, we need to sell cars. And really what we want to do is engage potential buyers with the brand new 2014 Jeep Cherokee Life is Calling messaging. Life is Calling is the Jeep Cherokee tagline, and it lends itself really well to providing inspiration for audiences. So the insight around this is that we know that consumers love to discover. Brands that enable Canadians to discover captures consumer interest, especially when it comes to our beautiful country. So the solution here is that we wanted to provide inspiration for purchasing a Jeep Cherokee by partnering with a major Maclean's content initiative that takes Canadians on the road for discovery. And again, I mentioned this program is called Canada 2014, the 10 Places You've Got to See. Again, we're providing inspiration for people to go out and explore the country, and Jeep is actually going to take you along for the ride as we go through this great nation from coast to coast. Sorry, it's a little bit of a delay. An email popped up. So what I'll take you through first off, this program is truly multi-platform, leveraging all of Rogers' assets. So our publishing brands, our digital brands, mobile, tablet, and even television. So what I'll take you through is a snapshot into some of the platform elements. And the first element we'll take you through is how we promoted this content through magazine. We did a first ever road execution throughout editorial content. It's a high impact ad unit that really sort of showcased the Life is Calling messaging of Jeep, and what we want to do is take you on that journey as I'd mentioned before. So within the letters to the editor, we created this high impact ad unit that actually led you as a road to editorial content within Maclean's, where you can actually check out the destination that's being featured. Just to backtrack a little bit, this program is a 10-week long program, and every week we are featuring a different destination within Canada. And to accompany this, so again, this is a Maclean's initiative. We're actually, oh, and it's jumping ahead. Sorry, everybody. Hopefully I didn't go back too far. So we've extended this into our other sister publications. So in Chatelaine, Chatelaine, and L'Actualité, we've also created a similar roadmap execution. within the letters to the editor. The letters to the editors were a great creative area that we could actually play around with the content, so we're not disrupting long-form copy. Again, because the letters to the editor are snippets, it gives us that creative freedom to be able to put this road execution through. As part of this program as well, within Chatelaine, we actually created a custom Discover Adventure Tips editorial. So within the issue of Chatelaine, there was a call-out page that encouraged audiences to look for a compass within the issue itself for editorial tips on how to discover adventure. Again, lending itself perfectly to the Life is Calling tagline of Jeep. And really the crux of this program is in and around video content. So every week, Maclean's discovers a new destination within Canada, and they create an editorial video. Maclean's is a quintessential Canadian brand that really understands the culture, the history, the people of this country. And what they've done is provided audiences with a snapshot into a particular destination. So the one that we're going to take you through is Annapolis, Nova Scotia. So Maclean sets up the destination, and we paired a custom Jeep video that actually takes a Jeep Cherokee into Annapolis and shows you some great things to see and do in Annapolis. And I guess we're going to try to cue the video, and hopefully this works. Cross your fingers.
Maclean's presents Canada 2014, the 10 places you've got to see. Brought to you by the all-new 2014 Jeep Cherokee. Maclean's magazine is sharing some of the most spectacular and surprising destinations in Canada. The all-new Jeep Cherokee is taking you along for the ride. These hidden gems are the stuff of legends, and Cherokee's legendary Jeep capability is going to get you there in style. This week, we're heading to the historic town of Annapolis Royal, in the heart of Nova Scotia. From sunrise to sunset, explore the beautiful shores and countless wharfs in the Bay of Fundy area. Then stop for an up-close look at the local fishermen at work. You may even see the lobster or clams being caught for your dinner tonight. Be sure to make the most of what Jeep Cherokee can do. Drive the Evangeline Trail along the coast, but be sure to take the roads less traveled and experience spectacular views you'll never forget. Head to nearby Port Royal and enjoy the Carsdale beaches. And with the Cherokee's class-exclusive 9-speed automatic transmission, you'll get exceptional fuel economy, making the trip even better. With a 4x4 select terrain traction control system, no sight need be left unseen. The Annapolis Valley combines rich tradition, impressive history, and stunning beauty. And Jeep Cherokee is the perfect way to discover all it has to offer. Life is calling. Don't miss the adventure. Visit jeep.ca/lifeiscalling for your chance to win a brand new 2014 Jeep Cherokee.
There we go. Hopefully that works right now. Sorry about that, folks. As mentioned earlier, I encourage you to check out this site right now. If you go to macleans.ca, there is editorial home placements that can take you to the content for you to check out the video in length. Especially if you're an avid traveler, there's some really great content around here. The destination is actually placestosee.macleans.ca. And again, this content was pushed out through all of our assets, so desktop, tablet, and mobile. From a digital perspective, we created a parallax site that contained all of the Jeep content within the editorial destination. Again, a parallax site allows users to scroll through the content relatively easy. It's really clean, really simple, and easy to navigate. As part of this promotion, we actually pushed to jeep.ca for audiences to win an opportunity to receive a Jeep Cherokee. From a tablet perspective, and again, I apologize, there's no video here, the content that we created for the editorial piece allows users to be able to experience the destination through 360-degree rotational views. Again, if you can't get there, you have the opportunity to get there through our tablet edition. And with respect to the high-impact ad unit that we created with the road cutting through the letters to the editors, we hot-spotted different places for you to be able to see what Jeep actually has to offer for you as far as handling goes, driving, etc. And again, this is just another example. Taking what we did in the print edition, we've also placed the little black box that you'll see here on your screen will actually drive you to the editorial content feature within the tablet edition. As part of this campaign, we also had television drivers. So if you watch City TV at all, you will have seen 30-second spots driving to this as a partnership with McLean's. And again, because this program is running live right now, our results are obviously proprietary to the client and confidential, but so far we're seeing great success here. The Jeep client is actually working on having these videos live on the Jeep US site as well, as just a great example of some best-in-class that's being done here in Canada. So in closing, overall, why this works? Well, really, it lends itself to providing an integrated solution that offers strategic content placement within a trusted and credible source, which is what McLean's has to offer from a brand. It engages and it inspires audiences to purchase a Jeep because life is calling. You just need to go out there and discover it, and McLean's is offering these places to discover in partnership with Jeep.
Wonderful. Great. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Danijela. I'm not seeing any questions as of yet, so I think I will ask a question of each of you. We can start with Karen to answer, then Genevieve, and then you, Danijela. I'm just wondering if you have any final thoughts to share with the participants on a particular lesson learned through these case studies, something that stands out that you can carry forward into your next round with a client. Karen, any thoughts?
I can speak to that if you'd like, Jackie.
Yes, please.
One of the things that we learned is, and Tara brought up a good point with regard to, as she was selling it and we were putting the package together and we were hitting the mark and the client was excited and we got the buy-in and we signed the deal, we discovered the importance, and I can't emphasize enough, of managing clients' expectations, and that really needs to be done right from the beginning and through the signature process and the delivery process afterward. It's really important not to oversell and underdeliver, but rather manage the expectations, and our job is to understand the expectations even before we put the pen to the paper.
That's good. Thank you for that, Karen. Genevieve, your thoughts on lessons learned from your experiences with this particular project with Canadian Family?
Yeah, actually, I agree very much with Karen. I was just going to mention that I think selling the sponsorships can be, quite challenging. I think it's really, really important that, the executional side of things is very much on side with the sales team. Moving forward, we've actually sort of had the team that executes the event, myself for the most part being the main person, going on most of the calls to just make sure that all expectations are sort of outlined out front and to make sure that we're all on the same page on what activations will look sort of similar from a conceptual side to an actual execution side.
Great. Thank you very much, Genevieve. And Danijela, your thoughts also on lessons learned and things that you would take forward with your next client meeting?
Absolutely. I think actually, Karen, you touched on this a little bit earlier, is when you have all parties at the table and working collaboratively to come up with a solution, I think is important. When you have all your stakeholders there, you can come to a great solution if you really, really look at it from a strategic perspective. Does it work for your audience? Does it work for your consumers? What's of value to everybody at the end of the day? And I think there's always a win-win when you're speaking to your audience in the way that they like to be spoken to, and you're providing a solution to your client as well. I think when it's a collaboration, it's really the best of the best.
Wonderful. Well, some great ideas. Thank you, three, for sharing your experiences and these very different and really terrific and innovative case studies. I'm sorry that we don't have any further questions, but I guess people are just soaking in this knowledge and can't bear to even type. So thank you on behalf of the, sorry, one more slide. Slides are working. Yes, thank you very much to the Ontario Media Development Corporation for their support for these marvelous webinars. And thank you all for joining us.
Thank you guys for organizing.
Thanks so much, Jackie.
All right, cheers everyone. Stay warm.
Bye.